Our next competitor comes from Israel, Elizabet GERVITS, 16 years old, second Junior Grand Prix season, second at their Junior National Championships, 25th after the short program.
And Elizabet posted a personal best in the short, hoping for the same here with her free skate.
Sixteen-year-old Elizabet GERVITS from Israel, really some beautiful use of arms and upper body, lovely presentation mark throughout.
Yeah, that Papa Can You Hear Me music, a great choice for her, so expressive, and you could see there were just little glimpses when she wanted to break free, and I'm sure without the constraints of the technical requirements, this young woman would be incredible in exhibition when allowed to just be absolutely free. But with the constraints of the technical elements, she did perform better here with those two as to what she did yesterday. She had a fall in double axel in the short program, two double axels here in the free skate.
Well, she hears and feels her music. We'll take a look. Let's analyze a little bit of the technique here. Here's a triple Lutz. You'll see the free leg riding a little bit high, a little bit slow coming out, but early on in the program has the energy to get high enough to get around the jumps. A little bit later in the program, about halfway through, started to get a bit tired. When that free leg rides up really high, it slows down the rotation and makes it more difficult to check out. There's the triple flip. You can see how that free leg is wrapped around a little bit. The wrap doesn't matter. It's not reduction of quality or anything, but it does affect the quality of the landing if you're not careful. Here's a look at the entrance into the triple loop, and that leg was down a little bit lower but comes up on the checkout. So you want to be tight. You want your ankles to be snug tight together to be very efficient in the air, and that happens here with the double axel. No problem. That's a lot better rotation position. But then on the triple jumps, that leg rides up a little bit, slows the rotation down, and particularly when you're a little bit tired, poses some problems a little bit later on.
And that's why when we look at the judges' feedback, even on the jumps that Elizabet did land, because the judges have their reductions for errors, and one of them is that if there's a poor air position, then they have to go down about -1 to -3 on the grade of execution. So even when Elizabet did land the element, it's still not getting necessarily a positive grade of execution because of that poor air position, which I am sure her coaches tell her on a regular basis, and it's just having the confidence to change. It's difficult to go for something different.
I always find the interesting thing is, okay, the double axel, the feet are together, it's a much better air position, but on the other jumps it isn't. So if you can feel it in one and you can't in the others, that's hard to understand. But, you know, and I'm sure you're right, the coaches are telling her every day to try to get those legs tight and straight in the air.
And you just have to assume that the skater, like Elizabet, we don't know, I'll have to check in with her and find out, but if she knows she can stay in her feet and her brain space, it might be, well, it's worth staying in my feet rather than trying to deviate, do something different, fight for that new air position and suffer more falls. But obviously,
long term, that doesn't work. Eventually, you have to fix that. But overall, a good skate here for Elizabet GERVITS from Israel. Take a look at the free program scores. 54.16 is her personal best, and she destroyed that score here with a 76.01. That's third in the free program. Total competition score of 115.08. Big smile on her face there as she takes over second place for the moment.